When I'm stuck in the city, chasing deadlines and dollars and other men's dreams, I often wish I could escape to something different. When I'm jostling through crowds, hammering furiously emails, working for money, not love, I like to let my mind drift away to something that I really care about, complete and comfortable solitude in the wilderness. Imagine, I say to myself, imagine this. I could just jump on the sleeper train tonight, fall asleep in London, and wake up in the massive silence of the mountains. Imagine that. And then I'd just ride away. In my dream, I leave it all behind, and I just ride and ride and ride until I find someplace special. It may not be down on any map, true places never are. I picture how that journey might unfold, the beautiful places I'd ride through in my quest for the unique escape spot. It would be somewhere simple for sure, but it would be a spot that has everything I dream of when I remember I don't really care about the cash and the kudos and the rushing hubris of much of modern life. My dreams are full of stuff like this, and the only difficult thing in finding these peaceful, perfect oases inside my mind is making the effort to make the dream happen. In the years after the Second World War, wages increased, working hours shortened, and mountaineering and hill walking became popular escapes for all sections of society. At the same time, servicemen returning from the war were determined to improve their living conditions, the population of rural areas in Scotland declined, and remote Highland estates centralised their staff. Consequently, many remote farmsteads were abandoned. Some of the adventurous souls who'd begun climbing and hiking and biking in these wild areas started using the deserted farms for accommodation. Sometimes they did it secretly, sometimes with the permission of the estate owners. This became known as Bothying. Bothies have been an integral part of the Scottish mountain experience ever since. A bothy is just a simple shelter in remote country for the use and benefit of all who love wild and lonely places. Bothies are left unlocked and are available for anyone to use, free of charge. The shelters are rudimentary and basic, but when the weather is howling, those times when you think, this is miserable, but the misery does mean something, a night in a bothy might be all you need from life. Bothies vary in size from little more than a large box up to 2-storey cottages. They usually have designated sleeping areas, but no bedding, mattresses or blankets are provided. Bothies have no facilities, there's no tap, electricity, heating, lights or even a toilet. You must bring your own supplies, gather your own firewood, scoop cold water from a stream, perhaps even brace the rickety door closed against a gale with a boulder. Any facilities you do discover are therefore a bonus and give the impression of great luxury. Perhaps there may be a string to hang drying socks, a candle stub in an old whiskey bottle, or a small pile of chopped firewood ready by the hearth, kindly left behind by the last person to use the bothy. If all this sounds rather rough, you're beginning to get the picture. Your comforts have to be carried with you. A bothy, in other words, has absolutely everything I need. It offers shelter and it provides me with a purpose for going out into the mountains in the first place. There's no booking system for bothies, no reservations or first come, first served. You may have the place to yourself, and usually you do, but you may find yourself sharing the evening with a couple of climbers or a few friends, and you'll share whiskey and tales around a small peat fire. These are nights that are full of laughter and tall stories, hatching ludicrous plans and remembering special times. Most bothies are privately owned and generously left open for public use. Many, though, are maintained only by the Mountain Bothy Association. 50 years ago, the MBA was formed to save bothies from falling into ruin. They maintain about 100 shelters in some of the remoter parts of Britain. It's all run by donations and hard work from volunteer members. Their only reward is the knowledge that their efforts have helped save a bothy from ruin. The great attraction of using bothies is that there really aren't any rules as such. However, there is a bothy code. It revolves around respect for the bothy, for other users, for the surroundings of these fragile resources. It's about leaving a place better than you found it, welcoming others, and doing as you would be done by. In other words, it's a good code to live life by. The best bothies are the remote ones. They're hard to access, hard to find, and all the better for that. It's the way there that matters, and the harder it is, the more worthwhile the journey. Bothy locations are passed on by word of mouth, shared with those who can be depended on to care for the bothy and to treasure the wild landscapes and the austere simplicity of staying in a bothy. Inside each bothy is a bothy book, where people write their experiences from their stay. As you travel from bothy to bothy, the entries in the books make it apparent that the harder the bothy is to reach, the more time and effort and dedication people have put in, the more that they appreciate it. They care for the bothy more, and they relish the experience. As in life, the places and things that are difficult and remote and simple separate the wheat from the chaff. The best memories are the ones that are earned. I hope that I'll keep making journeys such as these for my whole life. To return over the years again and again to a favourite bothy is a chance to measure your life, to think back and to look forward and dream anew. Bothies are part of the constancy that the hills give you, however your life changes. And so, when I'm in London, chasing those deadlines and dollars through the crowds, I make sure that I do make the time, now and again. Make the time to jump on the night train north, and then just ride away until I reach that special place. My dreams are always full of journeys like this. It's up to me to make my memories be full of them too.
I'm
the only person for miles and miles around. The only footsteps on this beach. And the only building I can see is this tiny little bothy where I'm going to sleep tonight. And all of this, for one night only, is mine! This is
Ursting off, we me ursting off, follow me ursting all, and all, I've had another and all, got a do you see? And a born, 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 of a fellow, and a born, and a born, and a born, and a born, of a fellow.
oh god. Filming yourself sucking down a mountain is very stupid.